Thank you very much for the introduction, and thank you to the organizers for inviting me to give this presentation in this rather daunting first slot. I think if I'd been told there would be so many people here, I would have looked for an excuse to decline. But anyway, it's good to see so many people interested in international cooperation, which is essentially what the topic of my presentation is going to be. So I'm Sophie Seeyave. I'm the Executive Director of the Partnership for Observation of the Global Oceans. POGO is an international consortium of the major oceanographic research institutions around the world. And POGO has led the creation of the initiative called Oceans and Society Blue Planet that I will present here. If I can get to the next slide. Is it the green one? Oh. It's not very sensitive. Is it just me? Okay. It works, but you have to press it in a certain way. Okay. So I'll just briefly introduce the Group on Earth Observations. The vision of GEO is to realize a future wherein decisions and actions for the benefit of humankind are informed by coordinated, comprehensive and sustained Earth observations and information. And the objectives of GEO are firstly to improve and coordinate observation systems, secondly, to advance broad open data policies and practices. Thirdly, to foster increased use of Earth observation data and information. And lastly, to build capacity. And these are very much the objectives also of POGO and other organizations such as GOOSE in the marine realm. GEO has 97 member states with very much a global coverage. The most significant gap here is seen over the African continent. And GEO also has 87 participating organizations, although only 4 of these are truly focused on oceans. So GEO was created to create a global Earth observation system of systems known as GEOS 10 years ago. And although the ocean is one of the 4 observation domains, historically, the oceans were very much underrepresented within GEO. So this is why we decided to create the Blue Planet Initiative, which groups together all the ocean observing programs that were already within GEO and brings new ones into the GEO portfolio. And Blue Planet seeks to demonstrate how the ocean observations impact on all 9 societal benefit areas that are shown here that have been defined by GEO. So the Blue Planet mission is to raise public awareness of the role of the oceans in the Earth system, of their impacts, good and bad, on humankind, and of the societal benefits of ocean observations. To coordinate the various marine initiatives within GEO and develop synergies between them, and to advocate and advance the establishment and maintenance of a global observing network for the oceans. So here is shown really a subset of the ocean observing programs that exist. You can see there's quite a proliferation of them, and each one has its own acronym. So this highly complex and crowded and fragmented situation that we're in, which is often referred to as the acronym SOUP, is what the Blue Planet is having to deal with. And to do this, there are 5 main lead organizations in Blue Planet that are all linked in some way to these other projects and programs that are shown around the rim of the plate. And so the objective here is really to try and bring everything together to integrate and improve coordination in the ocean observing world. The Blue Planet is articulated around 6 components, which include sustained ocean observations, which are physical as well as biological and chemical. There's also a strong focus on the coastal observations, on ocean forecasting, and on climate and carbon, and also very much on developing capacity and societal awareness. And the 5 organizations I mentioned previously, which are POGO, GOOSE, GODE Ocean View, GEO, and SEOS, more acronyms, are leading these 6 components. So at the laying the foundations of Blue Planet is developing capacity and societal awareness. And building on this, we have the sustained ocean observations, which produce data and information that need to be managed and also that feed into models. And this leads to ocean forecasting and data products and services, which in turn have many societal applications. Some of these related to climate forecasting, to disaster warning, things like search and rescue, and biodiversity, pollution and harmful algal bloom monitoring, as well as sustainable fisheries. And at the top, the ultimate goal of Blue Planet is to create societal benefits, such as improved human health and safety, sustainably managed coastal zones, climate change adaptation and mitigation, and improved ecosystem services and food security. So Blue Planet is a relatively recent initiative. It was first proposed by POGO to GEO in 2011, and this proposal was accepted by GEO to be included in its new work plan, the 2012 to 2015. This was followed by a kick-off symposium that was hosted by INPE in Brazil. And as a result of this symposium, it was decided that Blue Planet would have its own website, that a white paper would be written outlining the objectives and the structure of Blue Planet, and also that we would publish a book based on the symposium contributions. A steering committee was formed and it had its first meeting last July in Geneva. And a second symposium is taking place actually next month in Australia that will be hosted by CSIRO. GEO is just coming to the end of its first 10-year implementation plan and is now talking about the post-2015 agenda. So we've started the dialogue with GEO about how Blue Planet might be incorporated in that. And there will be a third symposium in the USA at the end of next year. So how is this relevant for the Transatlantic Research Alliance and Observing Strategy? So Blue Planet has already been cooperating with the European Commission through its representation at the Galway meeting and at the stakeholder meetings that were held last year and at the beginning of this year. And we also had a joint side event at GEO Ministerial Summit last January, in January 2014. The Atlantic Ocean can only be understood in the context of the entire global ocean, and this requires a global ocean observing infrastructure. And also internationally recognized standards for data and metadata need to be applied, and GEO has already developed such a structure, which is the GEOS common infrastructure. So these are reasons really for Blue Planet to be engaged with this initiative, and possibly to provide a suitable umbrella for the Transatlantic Observing Strategy, lending its intergovernmental and scientific credibility. Some specific examples of how Blue Planet can contribute. Blue Planet has a strong focus on stakeholder engagement, also on outreach and advocacy through POGO activities. POGO's alumni network, which is called NANO, is conducting outreach in developing countries, and all the contributors to the C6 component on developing capacity and societal awareness are also relevant here. In terms of data interoperability and access, this is facilitated through GEOS itself, also through the International Oceanographic Data and Information Exchange of the IOC, and through projects such as ODIP, the Ocean Data Interoperability Platform. In terms of capacity building, some specific examples include a Nippon Foundation Pogo training course that will take place later this year on the German research vessel Polarstern. The IODE is currently setting up a network of regional training centres, also with cloud teaching facilities. And the recently funded EU project Atlantos will have a capacity building component through a series of fellowships. In terms of transatlantic observations, these are being conducted and coordinated by Goose, for example, through the Atlantos project. Pogo is also very much contributing, in particular through repeat transatlantic cruises, such as the AMT, which is run by the UK. The IQOE is a new project being developed under the auspices of SCORE and Pogo on ocean acoustics and the impacts of anthropogenic sound on marine life. And the Global Alliance of CPR Surveys is a very significant contribution to biological observations. The CPR survey is a 80-year-long biological survey which started in the North Atlantic, and the Global Alliance is bringing CPR surveys to the rest of the world, and in particular to the South Atlantic and the Benguela upwelling system. And finally, GODE Ocean View, the global ocean data and assimilation experiment, is leading the ocean forecasting component of Blue Planet. So this is my last slide. Thank you very much for your attention. And here are some contact details if you would like to get in touch. Thank you.